I feel like people are beginning to incorporate the fourth way of the instruction around them into their lives, and as Gurdjieff's influence is growing, and certain authorities that view his teachings with suspicion, they begin to soften, and their philosophy is turning to an alternative vision of what human life can be, under one rooted person and his responsibility for self-discovery and the pursuit of genuine freedoms. So the students are encouraged to have a good life with a deeper meaning and awareness, and to reject the prepackaged ideas and identities of the offerings bring us every day. And to affirm these teachings, we can go through a world in this world, and we can do scripts written by others and edit them through choices made consciously and deliberately. I know that in this world, their emotions, thoughts, and actions that don't just align with the responses of the environment around us, but the raw materials they grow and they transform the transforming transformer. The ideas like this are not worth much, but they could earn a token or two, especially in the lower lame sorts of the direct threats of power and these dependencies and people remaining in a state. They're waking in their sleep. And this is where the story takes an interesting turn for me. I'm in Gurdjieff's message beginning to spread, drawing the attention of the influential figures and intellectuals and who feel with the conventional teachings unsatisfied, and they're inspiring other followers and watchful eyes towards these kind of philosophies. And it's not as dangerous as you think to turn to Gurdjieff's teaching, and it's not simply attracting the spiritual growth and the rich artists and intellectuals and mercenaries who are captivated for the message. They're also legals and success and human purpose that's starting to feel hollow. And we're searching for a deeper, profound understanding of existence, relying on the rewinding of the recordings. And as Gurdjieff did, especially, specifically that, in the time of rebellion and innovative compositions arising from the free form of bold techniques that mirrored the desires for imminent duality. So, on the deconstruction of the societal sleep, it resonated deeply with his mindset. He taught that in order to do something meaningful, an artist needed to break three into two and two into four. And that was a mathematical exploration of identity and transformation. Gurdjieff's teachings, a mirror to his own explorations to the human psyche. He applied these insights and more to this other generation of artists that needed to explore and were free from the conventional conventions. And they were owning it on their own expression and challenging the belief that art can conform and was outstepping the forms. And it wasn't just the blah blah blah. Yeah, it was denying the abandonment of society and observing the questions and transforming their own lives, the loud teachings of infiltrating social circles without drawing immediate attention, and the educators and psychologists and even scientists, individuals who couldn't be as hot, they were, yeah, that's hot. And that was rude, according to me, because I was playing eyebrows and I was challenging all of the ideas and the educational practices of Gurdjieff. And there it was disrupted by the societal roles and all of this encouragement from the people rather than the external expectations and the Gurdjieff's teachings. You know, they were given by to the French society who was placing it upon them to confirm and to conform. And the society's self awareness was blinded by the legions to the structures of the path, uh, emphasizing it's this threat to the ripple effect and the teachings of Gurdjieff. And I apply his philosophy to my life every day. And I take, for instance, the motor of psychology and the self observation and the waking sleep, introducing new perspectives onto this frame. And I'm viciously breaking free from the visual conformity. And I sleep with my own behaviors, challenging the traditional approaches sparkling the movement. And with this kind of consciousness on hand, I go through all of the literature and I write, and I explore the things of the doomed awakening. And I'm deeply impacted by the idea of circulating on these teachings. It's like the Brave New World and Huxley and all good things and social conditioning and struggles to define the freedom of the formed society. Its underlying message is the quest for inner freedom, and Gurdjieff is championing this and slamming it. I know that Gurdjieff's teachings are sparking what is called the silent revolution in the hearts of the revolving poet Rumi. The student is operating with the mainstream society ideas of messaging quietly and the if is spread. And it's like swivers on the lake. And as bigger the circle grows, the smaller circles are grown into the smaller frame of consciousness. And it's as subtle as one can, and it's acting independently of the laws of infection, the tattoo, which is spreading, as I said, amongst the intellectual circles who are challenging their own identity and cultivating awareness, and rather conforming with a population filled with such individuals. Authorities are recognizing the potential of this kind of influence, and they know the backdrop of the 20th century amid the upheavals and economic turmoil. They swirl in the oil lakes as well. I'm pretty sure. No. It's like the independence of freeform protest.